Welcome, writers, to Writers Welcome, a show where I talk all about writing and sometimes with other writers. Today is Dabble Day 7. I can't believe it. We've made it through 6 days. I'm so excited to see what Dabble has in store for us on this 7th and final day of feature reveals before tomorrow's launch. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. We've seen all kinds of cool features. The time machine and sharing is caring, right, with beta readers. And oh yes, the bookshelf. That's the thing I'm most excited for and have been asking for, I don't know, 2 years now probably. So anyway, I'm really excited to see what they've got for us today. What's Douglas got in store for us today? Let's check it out. All right, Douglas, what is it today? Ooh, polish. Revision and editor tools. Let's check this out.
Hello, my friends, and welcome
Douglas.
to the last day of your sneak peek into the biggest update ever coming to Dabble, because Dabble 3.0 launches tomorrow.
Yeah.
But tomorrow can feel like a long ways away. So today I want to share some new features that I am just so stinking excited for, and I hope you will be too, because with these new features, we are making sure that you don't have to deal with any of those products like Google Docs or Microsoft Word to take your story idea to first draft to final publish ready draft.
That's good, because again, formatting has been one of their biggest downfalls so far. You know, I have a whole nother program that I use just for formatting, and it kind of sucks to have to transfer. And full disclosure, I got rid of Word. Word got too expensive, so I use a free program called LibreOffice. It works exactly the same. I mean, it's got like Excel and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, it's a rip-off or whatever of that, but it's free. And yeah, Word just got way too expensive. And I know that it's the standard for word processing documents, but I mean, you can write in Google Docs for free, and it's basically the same. You can write in Libre for free. It's basically the same. So needless to say, I'm not an affiliate for Microsoft Word.
But before we get too deep into it, make sure wherever you're watching from, you are subscribed, because we have a whole ton of new content coming after the launch tomorrow.
That's right. Like and subscribe, all that jazz, to me and to Douglas. You know, I think we both could use the help.
Stuff that will help you become a better writer, stuff that will help you get familiar with Dabble 3.0, and honestly, just a fun time. And we need more of those, don't we?
Oh, so much fun.
And if you aren't already a dabbler, it is a great time to get started on your free trial, because you will be right in line with everyone else who uses the world's best novel writing tool tomorrow when that update launches.
It's actually a good point. If you've been on the cusp, if you've been on the fence about using Dabble, why not now? Because with 3.0 coming out, like it's going to be so much better than it's ever been before, and they do have a 14-day free trial period. And if you are going to buy them, please use my affiliate code in the description below. Appreciate that.
And if you're interested in starting that trial, you can use the link down below me to get started. Now, let's talk about these features that I am just pumped for. First up, there's a whole suite of new and enhanced revision features inside Dabble 3.0. Some of them will be familiar. Sticky notes, leaving comments, highlighting. These things you'll recognize.
Yes.
But we've completely overhauled the comment system. Now you have a dedicated comment history pane on the right, and much easier navigation through comments left throughout your manuscript, either by you or someone else. And
that's good, because the comments have been great up to this point, but it's nothing. I was just bashing Word, but for example, the comment types, the comments you can leave in Word, their system where you can kind of just like go from one to the next very easily, and it's just very obvious where they are, and I do believe they have a history of their comments. That's been nice in the past. Whenever I've gotten notes from beta readers and things like that, it's usually been in that case. And yeah, and another thing about Libre is you can just open a Word document straight in Libre and it works just fine. So, you know, there's really no reason to pay for Word at all.
And in that comment history, you'll be able to see which comments are active and which ones have been resolved, and clicking on them brings you right to them so you can see what the heck they're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, I teased this all the way back on day one of these reveals, but at the top of the project, above where you're writing, you'll find the new track changes. And this is one of the things I am just over the moon about.
Tell me.
Track changes are a completely new feature to Dabble 3.0, and as a professional editor, they are a welcomed addition. Now, these track changes have been designed to feel as comfortable and familiar as possible if you've used track changes in Microsoft Word or suggestions in Google Docs. There are multiple different views for track changes, whether that's an original document without them, suggestions inline that show what it's replacing, or what the suggestions look like when the replaced stuff has been removed. Navigating track changes is super simple as well. We have a navigation bar that pops up to the right of your manuscript, so you can use the arrows to navigate between them.
See that? Okay, original, difference, and suggestions. That's really nice to break it down by that. Original looks like it's in a read only, and then he's clicked on suggestions, so I'm guessing that's the one that he's currently in, and it's just going to probably highlight each of those differences in a different color, which would be really cool. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, and again, we're on Pride and Prejudice. He said he's a professional editor. I wonder what he would do if I sent him just literally Pride and Prejudice.
It'll also show you a counter of how many track changes there are, so you know what the work is ahead of you. Track changes can be super helpful whether you incorporate them into your own writing process, so you know exactly what it is you're replacing and if that replacement is actually better.
Ooh,
or when you're working.
I like that. Look at this over here. Little buttons shift you down and up to the next comment. That's new. And before you've had to just literally scroll, and then there would be like some sections here highlighted, and you would hover over that, or you'd click on that or whatever, and then your comment would pop up. And a lot of times you'd have to go over here on the right, and you'd have to click on like the comment section, which this whole area looks different than plots and notes. Yeah, no, this whole section's different, so that's cool. They're adding quite a bit here, which is great. Look at this. Look at all this sexiness. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow.
With someone like a story coach or an editor. And it's just another reason that Dabble 3.0 is the perfect place to revise and polish your novel. And if you haven't seen yesterday's video where we talked about inviting writing groups and beta readers to check out your work, I suggest you go check it out, because we're expanding on that and visiting the last of the review copies option, and that is inviting editors. Now, working with an editor on your manuscript is one of the most valuable and educational experiences you can have.
Says an editor.
And that extends to all types of editors, right? Developmental editors, line editors, copy editors, sensitivity readers, manuscript critiques. All of those are super valuable to the writing process. And like I said yesterday, you can't write the best version of your book without external feedback, and editors help with that.
No, I'm teasing him. I totally agree. Like you can't do your best work without lots of different types of feedback. And also too, like there's something to be said about just putting something away after you're done with it and moving on to something else and coming back in 6 months, coming back in a year or 2 years. Think about how much your life changes and how much you can change in 6 months to 2 years. When you come back to it, you're almost like a different, wiser, smarter, better writer. And you just automatically edit it to be a better thing yourself, just in a basic rewrite, just one pass through. It usually makes that project so much better. I'm somebody who doesn't mind sitting on certain things for that long. For whatever reason, I have a terrible procrastination gene that I've been working through for the last couple of years. But yeah, anytime you can get help, feedback, I say take it. So I'm teasing him.
But I hated having to export my Dabble project to something like a Microsoft Word document, to email it to an editor, to get them to do track changes on there, to bring it back, accept all the changes, and then bring it back into Dabble. That's just
100%, because in the past you've had to just copy and paste basically from Microsoft Word or whatever it is that your beta reader or editor is using, that's usually the case. I mean, 99% of the time or whatever. But again, it works in Libre, so I would just copy and paste from Libre into Dabble or Scrivener or whatever, and so that kind of sucks. So I'm very happy about this. They've taken a complete look at all of everything they offer. It seems like in the last 7 days, that's the thing I'm taking away. They've looked at everything they offer, and they've just done a complete overhaul, and they've found like it's still the same Dabble. It still looks the same, and it still like does what it's great at, like perfectly, but it looks like they've added so much new stuff and tweaked so many things here or there that it just looks like almost a whole new program. I'm so excited.
A heck of a lot of work for no reward other than the editor's work. So let's bring the editor into your manuscript.
Let's do it, Douglas.
Just like the other versions, it creates that separate copy for that editor. You invite them, you include the message that you want to include, and you choose the scope of what they have access to. They do not get access to your live copy, to your main version of your story, but rather that separate version just for them.
Perfect. Yeah, he's basically saying you can do the same thing with editors as you can with the beta readers and with the writing group. You can just click on sections to send them in individual chapters, different drafts. So beautiful, wonderful.
And they have the ability to use track changes on that version to suggest changes within the manuscript itself, and they can leave comments as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the hardest part is just waiting while they work their magic. Once they've indicated that they're done, you'll have access.
The hardest part is sitting down to write. That's just my opinion. Waiting for somebody else to get back to you is not that difficult for me, but I don't know about you guys.
Do all the work that they did to make your manuscript the best it can be. Then you'll open up that review copy and you'll go in and use the new track changes in Dabble to accept or reject the suggestions that they've made, respond to any comments that they've left, and make those changes based on those comments.
Ooh, that's beautiful. So it looks like, okay, yeah, again, with the arrows, and I see what he's saying now. So you can shift easily from one comment to the next and just go straight to it. I don't have to scroll and find it myself. And then, beautiful, you've got basically an accept button here and a deny button here. And then I'm assuming if you hit the accept button, it'll just go ahead and paste it on in there for you. You don't even have to do the copy and pasting or whatever. That's my assumption anyway. And then we'll have to see what these do. My guess is it's keeping track of what you're doing with these. But yeah, more to find out tomorrow, that's for sure.
The important part, changes only get made when you say so. So even though the editor has gone through their review copy and made suggestions and made those comments, they only get brought into your manuscript when you say so.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you've worked with an editor or you are an editor, you know that these professionals have their own systems. And so maybe not every editor will want to work within Dabble.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we've made it so seamless. That's why we've made it so similar to other products out there that they are familiar with. It's set up so that an editor can join and start editing, start doing their work within seconds of loading up your Dabble manuscript. And
nice. And people no longer need a Dabble account in order to read your work in Dabble or leave comments and edit and things like that. They do need a Dabble account in order to write. You can't have a co-writer. I'm not own one. He covered this, I think, a couple of days ago. But yeah, so that's great. Hopefully editors will feel comfortable using it, and it looks like they should. I mean, a lot of the changes that he's showing so far just basically catch them up to Microsoft Word, right? So, and that's what everybody's been using for some reason.
Just like other review copies, editors don't need to be a paying Dabble customer in order to work with you. They'll just need to make a free account and they get their own Dabble dashboard that will house all the different manuscripts that they've been given access to.
A free Dabble dashboard. Ooh, that just sounds lovely. I don't know about you, but I love collecting dashboards around the internet. I don't know why. I'll start accounts sometimes just to look at the dashboard and then move on to the next one. I have a lot of weird quirks like that. I don't know if anybody else does that. Maybe that's just me.
If anything, that makes it simpler for them to manage their Dabble customers all in one place in a layout that is honestly so much better than Word or Docs.
Mm-hmm.
With these new features, you can take your idea and turn it into a publish-ready draft without the pain of exporting it, without the worry of missing information when you try to incorporate comments and changes back into your project.
He makes a good point. I think I've probably said something like this before, but the Dabble layout, it is just beautiful for some reason. Like, I'm sure it's a personal preference kind of thing, but for whatever reason for me, it's really second to none when it comes to writing, the actual writing, in-scene writing, not revising, not draft, first drafting or plotting or anything like that. But when you're actually doing the real writing, it's just beautiful. The way that it's formatted and it lays out and everything, how everything fades away. And I know other programs do it too, but none just look as nice as Dabble. None scroll as well. Sometimes you've just got little micro issues with other ones that are just like, it's just not quite as comfortable, whatever reason. So Dabble's got that just perfect, and they always have had that. So props to them.
Just without all the extra hassle. This is a lifesaver for anyone who's working on a series, a grand world, or someone who just wants to write their best book. It's been a heck of a week. We have covered so many new and improved features coming in 3.0.
We sure have.
And between you and I haven't even covered all of them.
Ugh.
There is so much coming in this biggest update ever. There are so many enhanced features coming your way, all without ruining that key Dabble experience, that ease of use, that intuitiveness. Listen, I was a dabbler before I ever started working with Dabble. So when I
Nice.
say it's the greatest novel writing tool on the planet, I'm not just saying it. I truly believe it. And
And that's how I feel too. You know, I've had Dabble almost since the beginning, and I agree. I've loved it so much, like that I felt compelled to come on here and make 8 days of videos about their 3.0 launch. And again, I didn't become an affiliate until day 5 or 6 or whatever. So, and that just was kind of dawned on me. I was like, you know what, I'm already making these. Maybe I should just go ahead and do that too. So, this whole YouTube thing is still very new to me. I'm only in month 2 of the channel, and I would appreciate feedback. I would appreciate any kind of support or help anyone's willing to give. So seriously.
I cannot wait for you to get access to it. Like I said before, make sure you're subscribed so you get all that
That's right.
new content that's coming your way after 3.0 launches tomorrow. And if you aren't a dabbler yet, make sure you start that trial so that you can test out 3.0 for 14 days, no strings attached, no credit card required. Just click the link in the description or head on over to dabblewriter.com.
You're selling it pretty good.
My friends, it has been a fantastic week getting to share these sneak peeks with you, but tomorrow is launch day. Dabble 3.0 lands tomorrow and you get access to it. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited for, or if you're watching this after 3.0 is launched, let me know what you're using most. Happy writing, my friends. I'll talk to you later.
Later, Douglas. Man, another exciting edition of Dabble launch days. Tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow is the big day. I'm so excited for all these different features, and I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing a complete review of version 3.0, and I don't care how long it's gonna take. I'm gonna do it, and I'm so excited. I hope you will join me, and I will be mindful of your time. I will bring you just the best of the best, or just my critiques. Tomorrow's video will probably be a little bit more edited than these ones are. Yeah, thank you for joining me the last 7 days. Those of you who have stuck with me, will you just in the comments below, will you just type the number 7 so I know that you've been here all 7 days? And I really appreciate your support. Please share the channel with anyone who you think might like it or me or whatever. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye. Have a good day.